Awesome. Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a little earlier in Spokane than it is in Montana. I realized that after I said we're starting at 9, I was like, oh, that means 8 o'clock at my house. So anyways, here I am in my sweats with my coffee. Okay, so Kelly just won the drawing for the first segment of our fall training, a little water bottle. But thanks for joining us, you guys, live. And then thanks to everybody who listens to the recording later. This will be lots of fun. I kind of wanted to start with one huge, awesome thing that I really was excited to do in person. But congratulations to Karen Bartles for promoting a team leader her third and fourth month in the business. So that was actually August was your promotion month, right?
I think so. Yeah, I lose.
Which to promote to team leader in the summer is a little more challenging than promoting to a team leader like this time of year, because, you know, people are on vacation, this and that. So you have to be a little more creative. And she just like, oh my gosh, came out just with flames of excitement. And like,
well, it's a perk. I'm a teacher. So summertime's prime time for teachers. So I just hit my teacher buddies. Yeah.
And you know that you wanted to like take advantage of your summertime as much as possible to get the ball rolling before school would start. But
hold on 1 second. Sorry.
I'm sure I'll have 2 little dogs.
Sorry. That's my dog. My mom's here.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's perfect timing. So I have a gift for you, which I could show you part of it if you want to see part of it, or I could just send it to you so you're surprised.
Just send it. I like surprises.
Okay, that's what I kind of thought. So it'll be on its way. I would have given it to you in person, but anyways, it'll be on its way. So I knew I'd be seeing you, or else I would have sent it earlier. But I thought, it'd be so fun to do in person, and then.
Yes, I know. I haven't gotten to see you in a long time, but
I know.
I think of you.
Well, okay, so I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of background on me, and then I thought it'd be great if you don't mind if everybody just kind of goes around and introduces themselves and says, you know, what they like about Wild Tree and why each of you decided to be a Wild Tree representative versus just staying, you know, a hostess or customer, because we all love the Wild Tree products, but there should, you know, is most likely some reason why you decided to do the business opportunity versus just staying a hostess or customer. So, a little bit of background on me. I have been a Wild Tree rep for 3.5 years. I'm a senior team leader right now. And for anyone who's joining, maybe watching the recording later, I live in Eastern Washington, and Mandy O'Halloran is my upline director. And I started Wild Tree because our oldest daughter had moved away to college, to Missoula, to go to the University of Montana. And she's a dancer. And so I quickly realized the extra expense involved with traveling out of town for hotel and food and, you know, just all of that, in addition to having a college student. And then our other daughter was cheering in high school locally. So it was just kind of, and actually at the time I was doing bookkeeping and kind of business manager for my grandpa's company also. So I had sort of a daytime job from home. It was still pretty flexible. And then also had to try to juggle my kids' schedules because I don't like missing out on things like most of us. Hi, Robin. Anyway, so I needed a way to make money fast, and I needed the flexibility to put my kids' schedules on the calendar and work around them. So hi, Diane. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
So I started doing Wild Tree, and I thought, you know, if I made $1,000 a month, that would be awesome, because that would be enough to offset that expense, and that way we could go have fun when we went to visit and not stress about that extra money that we didn't really have in our budget. And fast forward 3.5 years, the income has really, you know, almost quadrupled from what I had planned on, and continues to grow, which is amazing. In addition to earning free trips, I took both my daughters to Jamaica last May and took Jim to Costa Rica the year before. I earned the trip the year before that too, but had to cash it out because Jim had just started a new job and couldn't take the time off. So that was a little bummer, but that's okay. We went to the US Open golf tournament instead of going to Punta Cana, you know, kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, it's just been a huge blessing for me. And really, honestly, like working with you guys and my team is just, that for me is my favorite part, because I'm a relationship person. I love people. I love connecting, and I get to, you know, talk to you guys on a regular basis and really get to become close friends. So my Wild Tree friends are like my best friends besides my daughters and my husband, you know, and family and stuff. So that's just been a huge gift. That wasn't really like what I knew was going to be part of the package, which is so awesome. So there's so many amazing reasons, you know, why I continue to do Wild Tree. But like I said, I started for the income and flexibility, and now it's like I would never leave because of the awesome people. I honestly never knew this many amazing women actually existed in the world. Kelly can back me up on this. There's a lot of drama in the dance world, and so both of our daughters being dancers, it's like we've seen, oh my gosh, so much stuff, and it's so refreshing to have so many amazing, positive women that are really there to support and lift each other up. And so I love everything about Wild Tree. I think I'll have Karen go next, and if you wouldn't mind telling us maybe a little bit about how you got to team leader so fast. And, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be super specific, but just whatever your journey was. And we just love to hear from you.
Okay. Well, I'm Karen Bartles. I live here in Missoula, Montana, and I started with Wild Tree just about when school got finished in May. And so I finished out the school year, but I didn't really start to work it until obviously I had finished the school year. And so then I feel like my summer was so successful because I was able to connect with a lot of my teacher friends and busy moms, busy teachers, and spent the summer just telling everybody that I knew about Wild Tree. So I think I was fortunate enough to promote, because there isn't a lot of Wild Tree businesses happening in Montana. It's not a super saturated independent consultant business that you know, a lot of my friends also sell different items and things. And so Wild Tree kind of offers something different. And it was easy to share with people the opportunity because it's food and food sells itself. So I've really loved the social piece to Wild Tree of getting to know everybody and getting to go to parties and make friends and spend my time just talking because I tend to be pretty chatty. So it's been a really natural fit for me. I would love to do this full time. Well, ideally, if I could teach part-time and do Wild Tree part-time, that would be ideal for me. But I'm not sure if that'll get to happen. But anyway, I think I was able to promote in 4 months because I just told people, luckily the people that are on my team, a lot of them are already right now business owners. And so they saw the opportunity and were aware of the opportunity. And so they jumped on it and have pursued it. So it's been pretty great. Luckily, I've just met really wonderful people.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty wonderful too. So I'm sure that, you know, I mean, you guys should hear this community talking about Karen. I met Karen at a party in Missoula, and they were like parents of kids that she has taught, you know, in the classroom. And like, I almost started crying at one of the parties, just listening to them talk about her. They love her so much. If they heard this, that she'd like to phase out of teaching and do Wild Tree full time, they would just flip out.
Right. Yeah, they'd stop buying from me.
I was wondering, Karen, if you would share 2 more things. One about the raft that you bought, and that was a cool story. And then the other thing was how you aren't really like salesy. Like I remember you telling me that.
Yep. Okay. So a little bit about me. Well, so I've never done sales. I've always kind of been more in like the social work. Even my jobs after college and during college were all, you know, nothing in sales. And I even was one of the people that hated hosting parties. Like I had never hosted a party until Wild Tree was one of the first ones I did. I did do a jewelry party and absolutely hated it, but I did the Wild Tree workshop, and then all of a sudden now I'm a representative. So it kind of has evolved, and it was because of my genuine love for Wild Tree. But yeah, I'm not a salesperson, never done sales. It's a new experience for me. But then what I did with my first commission check was I bought a raft for my family. We were fortunate enough to have somebody who was moving and relocating, so they were selling their raft. And my family, we live right on the river here in Missoula, and we spend all summer long, my boys and I spend all summer long on the river fly fishing and floating. And so we bought a new raft with, you know, everything we needed to fish. So we were pretty excited. It felt really good to be able to do that for my family, and it was all me that did it. And so I call it Mom's Raft, but that was kind of like the first moment where I thought, oh, this is this is legit. I can do this. And so it's my raft. It's my Wild Tree raft, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how old are your boys?
Luke just turned 9 and Henry's 5, and they are at hunting camp right now. So I've got the house to myself for like the last 4 days, and it's been amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
Amy was going to come to Missoula with me for the training, and we were going to see if we could hit you up to have a slumber party last night.
Right? Absolutely. That would have been so fun.
I know, darn it. But anyways, okay, well, thanks for sharing, Karen.
Yeah.
That was awesome. So we can just, I'll just start at the top, and then if you guys want to go around. Amy, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, this is weird. I've never done this before, so I don't know where to look. But anyway, I'm happy to be here this morning and meet all of you guys and hear your stories. I just became a rep a week ago, so I'm brand new. I'm super excited. I have a similar story. I'm not a salesperson. I don't love going to parties either, but I'm very passionate about health and wellness, eating organically and just doing the best that we can and putting the best in our bodies. We had some different health issues come up in our family a few years ago, and it really forced me to look at what we were doing as a family and getting the junk out, eating whole, fresh, healthy foods, getting the chemicals out of our house, and just cleaning up our lives. So I went and I got a health coaching certificate. So I became just very passionate about all these areas of my life of relationships and eating well and moving our bodies in a meaningful way. And so when I came upon Wild Tree, it was a no-brainer for me. I fell in love. I mean, everybody eats. Everyone wants to eat organically and provide their families with easy, fast, wholesome, nutritious food. And so to me, this was a no-brainer. It was just another tool in my bucket to be able to help my family, help myself, and help others around me. So I'm really looking forward to this. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 4 kids, busy husband, 3 dogs. But I've been looking for something to do for myself for the last few years. And so when I met Yota and talked to her about this, I knew I'm like, I want to do this. So here I am.
Yay!
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Amy. Kelly, do you want to go? Do you want to introduce yourself now?
Sure. I'm Kelly Graff, and I joined Wild Tree right at the end of August of this year, so I'm very new and still learning. Enjoying it, though, and loving it. Love the product. Love the idea of eating healthy, organic food, clean eating. I've always been a healthy eater, and so when I came upon these products, I just fell in love with them. And it's just been great to be able to share it with my family and my friends, and just wanting to get the word out there. So I'm still building my business and hoping to continue to see it grow. So anyway, I'm excited to be a part of your team, Yota.
Yeah, I am too. So do you want to tell a little bit about your family too?
Yes, I'm married and I have twin girls. They're fraternal, Caitlin and Kayla, and they're on the University of Montana's dance team in Missoula.
Oh.
They're juniors and they absolutely love it. Kayla just got into the pharmacy program there, so she's going to be a pharmacist someday. And Caitlin is in the business program, and she's majoring in management and marketing. So, yeah, they're very busy, and Caitlin's, and actually Kayla, they're working a little bit as well. So they're very busy, but we love going to the games and cheering them on. And so anyway, yeah, a lot of fun.
That's how Kelly and I met, obviously. So we were dance moms together, Grizz dance moms. So this year was kind of sad that my daughter's moved on, and hers. I haven't been able. I was excited to go to the game today too with you. So it's like
I know.
stupid weather in the Northwest. What the heck? Why do we live here? There's a lot of good
I
things.
know.
Why do we live here?
3 months out of the year.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, gosh darn it. Every once in a while, that just puts a damper. But
It does. Disappointment.
well, it's so cool because everything happens for a reason, and it's just weird how paths cross because of different things, and then you end up with these friends that will, continue to be your lifelong friends too. So I'm so glad that Wild Tree, Montana, University of Montana brought me to Montana so I can meet you guys. And then we stick together with Wild Tree. I don't know. It's awesome. Okay. So, Robin, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. I'm in Spokane, but I love Missoula. I've been there a bunch of times, and my husband has family in the surrounding area. So if I had had time and Yota had gone over, I maybe would have joined you in Missoula. I love that town a lot. So I'm a new rep. I started I signed up in mid-October, and I have 2 very young kids. They're 20 months and someone who started my career, and then now I'm stay-at-home mom. So I did a little, as most people do. I was a middle school teacher and then a assistant principal for 13 years, and I'm an older mom. But I've been at home, and I got an opportunity to be a preschool teacher and bring my 2 girls with me. So that's what I do full time. I'm there Monday through Friday. It's on the school calendar, so I have my summers off. And I also coach soccer. That's my second job, and now I picked up a third job. And my motivation to join Wild Tree and to start up my own business was Lucy, my youngest, is going to be going to kindergarten in 3 short years. And after that, I'm not going to be doing the preschool. And although I have an income with soccer, that would be my only income. My husband's a teacher. And so I thought, what a great opportunity to get started and see if it's something that I can do. I'm not a salesy type person either. I heard both Amy and Karen say the same thing. And so I appreciate that, because it can be a little scary at times when you're not used to doing the sales thing. Mm-hmm. And I just love the story. I told Yoda when I met her that was, kind of the thing that really has inspired me with Wild Tree, is the story of Leslie and how she, just had nowhere to go and started her own, products for her kids. And I'm usually pretty good about what I eat. Probably not nearly as aware of what I'm putting into my body as when I started to have kids and having to feed them. I was like, wait a minute, what am I giving my children? So this product has been just really easy. Wild Tree just makes it easy. I don't feel guilty about feeding them, or having to look at labels or does this have dyes or anything like that. So I'm just really aware of what I'm feeding my girls, and I appreciate having Wild Tree as an option. And so that was part of my motivation to jump on board. And I figured if I started now, I could pay down a little bit of debt, because as you guys know, as moms of kids who are active and involved in things, it's not inexpensive. So I thought if I could get rid of my debt when the girls are young, I could pay cash and not have to worry about, I don't know if I'm going to be able to let them do this, or if I know being a soccer coach, it's a few $1,000s a year, and then on top of that, travel and equipment and hotels, and I don't want to have to worry about that. So my hope and my inspiration is my girls, and hoping that I can provide for them in anything that they want to do, whether it's dance or art or soccer or whatever. So that's where I am.
Well, I'm so lucky I get all of you guys on my team. Is your mom right there, Karen? Does she want to?
She is. Do you want to introduce yourself, Mom? Yeah. Okay, here, I'll trade you spots.
Hi, I'm Diane, and I am Karen's mom. I'm also the mom of a 42-year-old son and a 36-year-old daughter, and Karen is in the middle of that. I have 3 children, and I'm a retired school teacher. I taught for 30 years in California, primary grades, first, second, and third. And I just kind of wanted to be doing something when I was here. We live in Florence, down the Bitterroot, And I keep busy running around with my husband and taking care of my pugs and my home, and we're active in our church, but I wanted something else. And when Karen started Wild Tree, I really liked the things she was fixing. I went to a couple of her parties. I liked everything about it. So I decided I was going to try to sell. And I'm another one that isn't real comfortable selling things to people. I feel like it, it's pushy. But with Wild Tree, you don't have to worry about that. That the items sell themselves. And you can have a tasting party and everybody goes, ooh, that's so good. And then you can have the party where you make all the food, which I've taken part in a couple of times, and everybody's happy with what they have. And so I thought, well, I think I can do this. And then Karen's doing it, and maybe she can help me along the way and I can help her. So a few of her parties, I go along with her to help her out, just with some of her parties have been large. And so it helps her, and then I learn from it. So that's all about me. I'm 67. I can't believe that. But
we're buddies.
Yeah, we hang out a lot, Karen and I do. So yeah, we do hobbies together, and she invites me with what the boys are doing. We go to all of Luke's swim meets, wherever they are in the state and out of the state. So we have a real good life together. So that's all about me.
Good job, Mama.
Have you could come. I know Katie's on. I think she's on her phone on mute. Are you able to hop on, Katie? And
Yeah, I just
Okay.
have a lot of background noise that I didn't want disturbing everyone.
oh yeah, so
And
we've
I'm
got.
very unpresentable, so I'm not about to turn my camera off.
Look at me. Look at me. I woke up 5 minutes before 8.
This is the beauty of
I've
doing.
been up since like
Oh.
4:30, but running around crazy trying to get ready for my party.
So we have like 6 minutes left before this segment will end, because we took a little bit of time getting organized in the beginning. So why don't you introduce yourself, Katie, and then we'll see where we're at on time after you tell a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Katie Huff. I live in Northeast Washington State. Yota is my wonderful upline, and I've always worked full time. I have a daughter who is a senior in high school this year. She will be 18 next month. And about a year and a half ago, I had twin boys who keep me very busy. And it just didn't make sense for me to stay working full time with them. So I discovered Wild Tree and have been able to stay home with them because of it. And I enjoy knowing that I'm able to, cook healthy for them and feed them. So that's pretty much why I do it. I love doing the parties. I love meeting people. I am a sales type person, so it's something that I really, really enjoy. So, and I get to stay home.
Awesome. Yeah, and Katie actually was signed up under like 3 levels deep, or whatever you want to call it. But we connected the ladies. Her direct upline wasn't like as active in Wild Tree. They had, they were doing a little bit more part-time. And so Katie and I connected, and it's been super fun to get to know her better too. So thanks, Katie. Yeah, you guys, if you make friends with her on Facebook, you'll see all these cute pictures of her twins. They were Dumb and Dumber for Halloween. Well, that wasn't the right way to say it, but Harry and Lloyd. Anyways, I died when I saw the pictures, Katie. Oh my gosh. And then
Oh my gosh.
she made a wagon like
the contest.
what?
They won the contest.
Yeah, they should win every contest with that. I mean, the mud cut, like you guys have seen Dumb and Dumber, right? That van that they take for doing the dog grooming. I don't know where you got that fabric to put in the wagon that looks just like the outside of that. And then she had this.
It was just those blankets that are like velvety on one side and like wool on the other side, and I just flipped it so that the wool was sticking out, and
yeah,
a cardboard sign.
And they each had like the little tuxedos in orange and blue. You guys have to friend her on Facebook and look at her pictures. Oh my gosh, it is too much. I have never seen something like that. It was so cute. Okay, well, thanks again, everybody, for being here. And since we have like 3 minutes, I'm going to actually go ahead and read the Wild Tree Creed, because we want to start, I kind of want to start the fall kickoff training with really setting like a stage for the vision of Wild Tree, and also really thinking about our individual visions with our business, our visions and our goals, and kind of what Everybody's got an individual, I mean, as you guys heard, we all have different reasons why we Wild Tree, and I think having a really clear vision is important for knowing why you're working when you're working. Otherwise, sometimes when it is work, you're not going to be as motivated to keep going with it. So I'm going to, when we get back on in a couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you about this really awesome thing that I love called the Prosperity Circle. And it's just amazing. You'll use it in your life all the time. But right now, with a couple minutes left, I'm going to go ahead and read the Wild Tree Creed, which is kind of like our mission statement for Wild Tree. And this is just new in the last few months, but it really speaks about what Wild Tree stands for. So at Wild Tree, our vision is to become the best and most trusted meal solutions company worldwide by embodying the principles set forth by our 160-year-old family of companies. Our mission is to help deliver simple, nutritious meal choices that enable our customers and business builders to live the life they desire. Our purpose is to provide a vehicle for busy individuals and families to prioritize what they value most. As part of that pursuit, we believe in promoting the Wild Tree story and its company's philosophies to the world, putting other people first because we know that we rise by lifting others, looking to find the silver lining in every situation so we keep our can-do attitude, sharing love for our product, our team members, and our customers, providing great opportunities for our farmers, manufacturing team, and home office by being consistent producers. Knowing change is good and that change means we are staying progressive and innovative. Recognizing when our team members do something right in public and private. Doing our best and always trying our best every day. Providing information that is of real value, honest, and with people's best interest in mind. Seeing people not for who they are, but for who they can become. Providing viable business opportunity with unlimited potential for our team members. Meeting people where they are so we can bring out the best in them and ourselves. Having integrity and doing what we preach even when no one is watching. Leading by example because you can't teach what you don't know and you can't lead where you won't go. Setting goals using positive self-talk and never limiting ourselves in what we can accomplish. Being for what is right and not who is right. Using principles to guide our decision making. When problems arise, we assume the best in people and work with focus on the solution. Most of all, we believe in being examples of health, growth, hard work, and positivity in every area of our lives and business. We are committed to building a company that creates a lasting legacy by building people to build our company. We are proud to represent Wild Tree as part of the Southwestern family of companies, and we will work continually towards helping people achieve their goals in life. So that was lucky because we have just a couple seconds before it's going to turn us off. So that's pretty awesome. I love every time I read that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes me even more proud to be a part of this company. So I'm going to end this meeting. You guys take a couple-minute break. I'm going to post actually, I'm not going to post anything right now for you guys to print. We'll do that after the next segment. So just if you need to go to the bathroom, refill your coffee or whatever, take 5 minutes and then we'll just log back on, okay? You just log on the same